Hey there! Welcome back to the channel. If you're tuning in for the first time, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We're all about practical, science-backed tips to optimize your health naturally, especially for busy folks in the US looking to feel more energized and balanced. Today, we're diving into a full guide on thyroid health. This little gland might be small, but it's a game changer for your metabolism, mood, and overall vitality. We'll break it down into 8 detailed parts, covering everything from the basics to advanced strategies, so you can take control without overwhelming your life. Let's get started. Grab a notebook and let's empower you to support your thyroid the right way. Part 1. The fundamentals of your thyroid gland. Your thyroid is like the conductor of your body's orchestra, a butterfly-shaped endocrine gland nestled at the base of your neck right below your Adam's apple. It's tiny, usually 15 to 25 grams, but it packs a punch by producing hormones T4, or thyroxine, and T3, triiodothyronine, that regulate metabolism in every one of your body's estimated 30 to 37 trillion cells. These hormones influence how your cells use oxygen and energy, affecting everything from your heart rate and body temperature to brain function and muscle repair. Without proper thyroid signaling, your body can't efficiently convert food into fuel, leading to a cascade of issues that many dismiss as just stress or getting older. Why does this matter so much today? In the US, up to 20 million people have some form of thyroid disease, with women being 5 to 8 times more likely to develop issues due to factors like hormonal fluctuations during pregnancy or menopause. The thyroid's job starts in the brain. The hypothalamus releases TRH, or thyrotropin-releasing hormone, which prompts the pituitary gland to secrete TSH, or thyroid-stimulating hormone. TSH then signals the thyroid to produce mostly T4, about 80% of its output, which is a precursor hormone. The real magic happens when T4 converts to active T3 in peripheral tissues like the liver, kidneys, and gut. Up to 85% of T3 comes from this conversion, not directly from the thyroid. This conversion process relies on enzymes like deiodinases, which need nutrients such as selenium, zinc, and iron to function. Iodine, pulled from your diet, is the building block for both T3 and T4. Think of it as the spark that ignites the whole system. But modern diets often fall short. Processed foods strip away these essentials, and environmental toxins like fluoride in water or bromide in baked goods can block iodine uptake, throwing the balance off. If you're feeling a vague drag on your daily energy, it could be your thyroid whispering for attention. In this part, we're laying the groundwork. Stick around as we explore symptoms next, because recognizing them early can prevent bigger problems down the line. Common misconceptions? Many think the thyroid only affects weight, but it's far broader. It supports bone density, cholesterol levels, and even wound healing. Low thyroid function, or hypothyroidism, slows everything down, while hyperactivity excessively speeds it up. We'll focus mainly on hypo as it's more prevalent, affecting about 4.6% of the U.S. population over 12 years old. Testing starts with blood work, but don't stop at TSH. Always check free T3, free T4, and reverse T3 for the full picture. Home self-exams can help too. Tilt your head back, swallow while feeling your neck for lumps, but see a pro for confirmation. By understanding this foundation, you're already ahead. Empowerment begins with knowledge. Part 2. Recognizing and interpreting thyroid symptoms. Symptoms of thyroid imbalance are snaky. They mimic everyday woes like fatigue from a long workday or weight gain from holiday indulgences. But when your thyroid lags, it's a systemic slowdown. Metabolism drops, oxygen use in cells decreases, and repair processes stall. The hallmark of hypothyroidism is unexplained weight gain, often 5 to 10 pounds even if your calorie intake hasn't changed. This isn't about laziness, it's your body hoarding energy because T3 isn't signaling cells to burn fat efficiently. Pair this with constant cold sensitivity.
hands and feet like ice blocks, even under blankets, since thyroid hormones maintain core temperature around 98.6 degrees F. Fatigue hits hard too. You might sleep 9 to 10 hours, but wake feeling like you ran a marathon, with brain fog that makes focusing at work a battle. This ties to disrupted sleep architecture. Low T3 impairs deep non-REM stages where the brain detoxes via the glymphatic system, clearing beta-amyloid plaques linked to cognitive decline. Depression or anxiety can tag along, as thyroid influences serotonin and dopamine pathways. Studies show up to 60% of hypothyroid patients experience mood disorders. Digestive woes? Constipation becomes chronic because T3 regulates gut motility. Without it, peristalsis slows, leading to bloating and discomfort. For women, irregular periods or infertility scream thyroid trouble. Low T3 disrupts estrogen-progesterone balance, potentially causing secondary amenorrhea, missed cycles for 3+ months, or PCOS-like symptoms. Men might notice low libido or erectile issues, as thyroid supports testosterone production. Hair thins and falls out in clumps, nails become brittle with vertical ridges, and skin dries out, sometimes leading to high cholesterol despite diet efforts. Voice hoarseness or puffy face, myxedema are subtler signs. In kids or teens, poor growth or concentration issues at school could point here. Hyperthyroidism flips the script. Rapid heartbeat, anxiety, diarrhea, and unintended weight loss, often from Graves' disease and autoimmune attack. But hypo dominates our focus. Track symptoms in a journal. Note energy dips post-meals or cold spells in the afternoon. Blood tests reveal TSH above 2.5 milli-IUs per liter might flag issues. Optimal 0.5 to 2.0. Free T3 low 2.3 to 4.2 pg per ml ideal, and antibodies like anti-TPO elevated in Hashimoto's, affecting 90% of hypo cases. Don't self-diagnose. Consult an endocrinologist, but arm yourself with this info for better conversations. Next, we'll unpack the hormone cascade and why conversion matters.
Part 3. The intricate hormone pathway and conversion challenges. Let's zoom in to the thyroid's command chain. It's a feedback loop worthy of a sci-fi plot. It begins in the hypothalamus, sensing low energy or stress, releasing TRH to nudge the pituitary. The pituitary then pumps TSH, which travels via blood to the thyroid follicles, stimulating them to trap iodine and synthesize T4, 4 iodine atoms, and a bit of T3, 3 atoms. T4 is inert, like a prodrug needing activation. Only 20% of T3 comes straight from the thyroid, the rest from deiodinase enzymes stripping an iodine from T4 in the liver, 60%, kidneys, 10%, and other tissues. This conversion is where things go awry. Selenium-dependent deiodinase type 1 and 2 handle it, but stressors like chronic inflammation or nutrient gaps halt the process. Result? High T4 and TSH, but low T3, starving cells of metabolic fire. Reverse T3, RT3, an inactive form, piles up during illness or calorie restriction, blocking active T3 further, like a traffic jam on the hormone highway. In the US, this conversion hypothyroidism affects many undiagnosed, as standard tests overlook it. Liver health is pivotal. Non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, NAFLD, hitting 25% of Americans, impairs deiodinases by fat overload, slowing T4 to T3 by up to 30%. Gut issues compound it. Leaky gut from gluten or antibiotics reduces absorption of conversion cofactors like zinc. Environmental hits? Halides, chlorine, fluoride, compete with iodine, while plastics BPA mimics estrogen, disrupting the loop. Stress elevates cortisol, which favors RT3 production, trapping you in fatigue. To support, ensure 150 to 220 micrograms iodine daily from kelp or eggs, but not excess. Too much suppresses TSH. Selenium, 200 micrograms from Brazil nuts, aids conversion,
Pair with vitamin E for synergy. Iron, ferritin greater than 50 nanograms per milliliter prevents anemia that tanks T3. Monitor with full panels. Aim for free T3 in upper half of the range and RT3 below 20 nanograms per deciliter. If conversion lags, lifestyle trumps pills. More on that soon. This pathway explains why symptoms persist despite normal labs. Understanding it empowers precise fixes.
Part 4. Diagnosing thyroid issues. Tests start with history, family autoimmune diseases, recent pregnancy, iodine-poor diet, then labs. TSH is the gatekeeper, but alone it's misleading. Optimal TSH is 0.5 to 2.0 MIU/liter. Above 4.0 screams hypo, but 2.5 to 4.0 warrants digging. Free T4, 0.8 to 1.8 nanogram per deciliter, shows production. Free T3, 2.3 to 4.2 picograms per milliliter, activation. Low T3 with normal T4 flags conversion woes. Total T3 and RT3 ratio, T3/RT3 greater than 20 ideal, spots blocks. Antibodies are key. Anti-TPO greater than 35 IUs per milliliter or anti-thyroglobulin greater than 40 signal Hashimoto's, where immunity attacks the gland, causing 90% of hypo. Ultrasound detects nodules, benign in 90%, but biopsy FNA if greater than 1 centimeter or suspicious. For hyper, low TSH with high T4/T3 points to Graves, confirmed by uptake scans showing hot nodules. Pitfalls abound. Labs vary by time, AM best. Biotin supplements skew results, stop 48 hours prior. Pregnancy masks hypo. TSH rises naturally. Meds like beta blockers or amiodarone interfere. In primary care, 50% of cases go undiagnosed because docs rely on TSH alone, missing subclinical hypo, TSH 4 to 10 with normal T4, linked to heart disease and infertility. Red flags, sudden hoarseness, nodule, palpitations, hyper, or infertility despite normal cycles. Self-advocate, request full panel including CRP for inflammation. Functional medicine adds stool tests for gut-thyroid axis. Dysbiosis tanks conversion. Track basal temp. Less than 97.8 degrees Fahrenheit morning average suggests hypo. Armed with this, you avoid overtreatment pitfalls like lifelong synthetics that ignore roots. Up next, nutrition to rebuild. Part 5. Nutrition strategies to nourish your thyroid gland. Food is your first medicine. Thyroid thrives on targeted nutrients without inflammatory overload. Iodine, 150 mcgs daily from wild salmon, 3 ounces equals 20 mcgs, or iodized salt but avoid excess, greater than 1,100 mcgs, risks hyper. Selenium, 55 to 200 mcgs from 2 to 3 Brazil nuts daily. It slashes antibodies 40% in studies by boosting glutathione peroxidase, protecting the gland. Zinc, 15 to 30 milligrams, oysters or pumpkin seeds prevent T4 to 3 failure. Deficiency hits 17% of Americans. Iron-rich spinach or grass-fed beef, ferritin greater than 70, combats anemia that drops T3 20%. Tyrosine, T3's backbone, from eggs or chicken pairs with iodine for synthesis. Anti-inflammatory base, Mediterranean style, heavy on omega-3s from sardines, reduce cytokines attacking the thyroid, and turmeric, curcumin eases Hashimoto's. Ditch goitrogens raw. Broccoli, kale inhibit iodine if overdone, cook to neutralize. Gluten, cross-reactivity in 80% celiac and Hashimoto's, swap for quinoa. Sugar spikes cortisol favoring RT3. Low glycemic berries and nuts stabilize. Hydrate, 2 to 3 liters water, add lemon for detox. Sample day, breakfast, avocado egg scramble, zinc and healthy fats. Lunch, grilled turkey salad with seaweed, iodine. Dinner, baked cod with asparagus, selenium. Intermittent fasting 14-10 enhances autophagy, clearing damaged thyroid cells. Sups wisely. Ashwagandha ASH 300 mg lowers TSH 20%. Myo-inositol 600 mg for PCOS thyroid link. Track. Energy up, hair stronger, adjust. This fuels conversion, reversing symptoms in 4 to 8 weeks for many. Lifestyle integration coming up.
Part 6. Lifestyle Hacks, Exercise, Sleep, and Stress Mastery. Movement amplifies thyroid. 10,000 steps daily boosts T4 uptake 15% by improving circulation, mimicking hunter-gatherer activity. HIIT, 20 minutes, 3 times a week, sprints or burpees, spikes growth hormone, synergizing with T3 for fat burn without overtaxing adrenals. Strength training, weights 2 to 3 times, builds muscle, raising basal metabolic rate 5 to 10%. Avoid chronic cardio. It elevates cortisol, blocking conversion. Sleep, 7 to 9 hours in cool darkness. Thyroid rhythms peak nocturnally. Low T3 disrupts delta waves, so magnesium, 400 mg glycinate pre-bed, aids deep sleep, restoring detox. No screens 1 hour before. Blue light suppresses melatonin, indirectly hitting TSH. Nap 20 minutes if needed, but not late. Stress. Chronic elevates cortisol, converting T4 to RT3. Meditate 10 minutes daily, apps like Headspace, or yoga to drop it 20%. Cold exposure, shower end cold, stimulates brown fat, enhancing T3 sensitivity. Heat therapy, sauna 15 minutes 3 times a week, detoxes halides. Quit smoking, nicotine impairs iodine. Limit alcohol, it tanks T3 25%. Routine, walk post-meal, wind down with tea. These habits reverse subclinical hypo, boosting vitality. Autoimmunity next. Part 7. Tackling autoimmunity and advanced thyroid support. Hashimoto's, the top hypo cause, is immunity mistaking thyroid for foe. Elevated anti-TPO/TG antibodies inflame, leading to gland burnout. Root, leaky gut from antibiotics or stress allows molecular mimicry. Gluten proteins resemble thyroid. Fix, heal gut with bone broth, L-glutamine, 5 grams daily, and probiotics, 50B CFU multi-strain. Low-dose naltrexone, 1.5 to 4.5 milligrams, modulates immunity, reducing antibodies 30 to 50% in trials. Inflammation drivers. High insulin from carbs. Keto or paleo cuts CRP 40%. Vitamin D, 4,000 IU, aimed 50 to 80 nanograms per milliliter, calms T cells. Selenium plus vitamin E combo shrinks goiters. For nodules, monitor with ultrasound. LDN or LDAN aids benign ones. Fertility, LDN plus inositol regulates cycles. Advanced, LDN for Graves' hyperphase. Case, woman, 35, TSH6, antibodies 500. Gut protocol plus selenium dropped TSH 1.5, antibodies 100 in 6 months, conceived naturally. Toxins. Filter water, reverse osmosis, eat organic to dodge pesticides mimicking hormones. Monitor quarterly, titrate SUPs. This holistic approach halts progression, unlike synthetics risking bone loss. Wrapping up with sustainability. Part 8. Long-term thyroid maintenance and when to seek help. Sustained gains, quarterly labs, annual ultrasound if antibodies high. Rotate SUPs, iodine 3 months on-off. Diet 80-20, flexible for life. Community, join thyroid forums for support. Red flags needing ER, severe swelling, myxedema coma. Palpitations greater than 100 BPM. For kids, watch growth. Pregnancy, screen early. Success metrics, stable weight, sharp mind, warm extremities. Share your story below. Likes and subscribes help spread this. You're the architect of your health. Start today for tomorrow's vitality.